Kentucky inside Amalie Arena. Home to the Tampa Bay Lightning, where you get a lot of checks and a lot of hits, and we should have some of that today as we get set to watch these two teams clash again.
The Kentucky Wildcats host their longtime rivals, the Tennessee Volunteers. Corner three for Grady, and a chance for one more. What a performance by the Cats.
This is a heated rivalry. Do give Fulkerson room. That's when he's at his best. Well,
Vescovy, quick release, got it!
And Tennessee did it tonight.
Two games weren't very competitive. One on Kentucky's home floor, the other on Tennessee's neutral site today. And man, this neutral site has been really good to Texas A&M. The Aggies have beaten Florida. They shocked Auburn. They knock off Arkansas. And tomorrow they'll get a chance to swing at one of these two teams, Tennessee and Kentucky. Marty Smith joins me, Carl Ravitch, and Jimmy Dykes in just a minute. Well, this is the one you hoped you would get when you looked at the bracket breakdown. Why are people so excited about Kentucky-Tennessee?
Well, first of all, the rivalry is intense between Tennessee and Kentucky. Kentucky dominated on their home floor. Tennessee dominated on theirs. Tennessee in the second ball game, Ravi, they were so physical with Kentucky, and Kentucky was playing behind over Tampa as normal. This is known as the Kentucky Invitational. Things haven't changed.
Feels that way for sure. All right, so last night late, Kentucky beats Vanderbilt. Ty Washington was great. Jacob Toppin had a huge impact. But you beat Kentucky. Somehow you got to neutralize Oscar Tshiebwe.
Yeah, Kentucky's got a lot of depth and is playing really well at the right time. But it all starts with Oscar Tshiebwe, the National Player of the Year. It's interesting that when he first got to Kentucky, he wasn't sure he was good enough to play at the level of Kentucky. Well, he's answered all those questions. Everything he does with two hands, he just dominates around the front of the rim. The 15-foot jump shot is starting to fall. This is his sweet spot, and he absolutely is an immovable rock at the front of the rim. And what he's up against today is a Tennessee Volunteer team that has great belief and conviction in how they're supposed to play the game as well. Josiah Jordan James was phenomenal last night, knocking down the three ball. When Tennessee knocks down the three ball, they can beat anyone in college basketball. Kentucky and Tennessee, Ravi, they have their sights set on not only the SEC championship, but the NCAA championship, and they are both good enough to do it.
They sure are. And Kentucky, according to Joe Lunardi, Marty playing to get on the #1 line when it comes to the NCAA tournament.
And Ravi, you just heard Jimmy say it. All three of us are on the record saying we believe Tennessee has Final Four or national championship potential. I spoke to Josiah Jordan James at shoot-around today. He said every single game is a championship mindset and a championship intensity. Yesterday against Mississippi State was a championship. Right now against Kentucky is a championship. We're not worried about winning 3 games here in Tampa. We're worried about winning the next possession. If we don't respect right now, there won't even be a tomorrow.
First time these teams met was 1910. And Tennessee's got more wins against Kentucky than any other opponent, 76. They've also lost 158 times to the Wildcats, and Rick Barnes has really good numbers against John Calipari. 9 wins, 7 losses. You can see the sea of blue, but there are all sorts of pockets of orange here. And Amalie, which is a large arena and plays host to the Tampa Bay Lightning as their home ice, is filled.
If you're wondering about the status of Kennedy Chandler, he got that ankle roll last night in the quarterfinals. Healthy, able to go. How much explosiveness, how much speed does he have to work with? Because when he's at his best, hard to handle in that open offense of Tennessee.
He was given treatment all night long and had something on his foot to keep it moving. So how much sleep he got's a question, but his ankle is apparently good enough to be on the floor.
Ankle's good, a little tired.
Santiago Vescovy, their three-point threat. Hands it off to Uroš Plavčić, one of their big guys, and they'll use a bunch of their bench. Chandler penetrates, dishes to Brandon.
down in this one because Fulkerson in the last ball game and Huntley Hatfield in this one early. The middle third, good to the bigs of Tennessee.
6'10", 235. It was an inadvertent whistle that blew. There was no foul on the play. The ball went through. The basket counted. But because we were under the 16-minute mark, they just sent the teams to their respective benches and used the media timeout. Jonas Adu, 0 into the game. He's muscling up on Shibwe right now. Jacob Toppin also into the game. What an impact he had last night. Came in, knocked down a couple of jump shots, and made some incredible blocks on defense.
And it's not the muscle of Adu that you want in the game for Tennessee. It's his length that could bother Oscar Shibwe.
Well, he was going to block that, no doubt about it, as Safir Wheeler had nowhere to go, and they're going to inbounds with 2 seconds on the shot clock.
Two of the best defenses in college ball are on the floor, both inside at KenPom, top 25 defensive efficiency rating, and they've been there all year.
Adu is 6'11". He'll guard the inbounder. And Washington looking for anybody to be open. And Shibwe will throw it up. Too strong, and it's into the hands of Vescovi. I mentioned Ncaa Ziegler, not heavily recruited, didn't commit till the end of the summer.
Oh, that's good action.
Vescovi on the baseline. 3-ball, good.
That is unique new action, I think, from Tennessee. A little bit of a do-si-do underneath the board from Ncaa Ziegler, and Vescovi frees up the shooter.
What a start from 3. They've knocked down 3 of 5 and lead it 15-6. Grady the drive, that's way short. And the 2 efforts from Kellen Grady so far haven't been close. Fulkerson, the long-time volunteer on the floor, 10. Ziegler, Vescovi, Grady had it. Loose ball. Grady dives for it, keeps it alive, but he's out of bounds. No, he was out of bounds, according to our official. We have Pat Adams, Doug Shouse, and Chuck Jones calling it. Excellent hustle by Grady.
Well, this is what you expect for two teams. A bitter, fierce rivalry. First guy to the floor normally wins. This time Grady was the first guy down, but the feet go out. And here's that previous action, little do-si-do action on the inside. The 2 guards for Tennessee, they twirl, almost dance with one another, and then shoot Vescovi out to the far corner. That's new action for Tennessee. Sign of a team that can add something on game day, and they execute it well.
There was 11 seconds on the shot clock because the possession never changed. Now Doug Shows is coming over to ask, should there be 11 seconds? You may be saying, yeah, it should have been exactly what it was. It says 6 now on the shot clock. It shouldn't reset. And that leads both Rick Barnes and John Calipari to ask the officials.
Now, they both want an explanation on this one because a little confusing by everyone on the floor right now.
Again, the whistle shouldn't have blown. It was, I think, the official Doug Shouse who looked up and said, well, how is it at 6 already when they just got possession, but they'd already had possession? It's an odd set of circumstances. You're inbounding the ball way down on your defensive end with 11 on the shot clock, but you never lost possession.
Well, unless he ruled Kentucky got possession when Grady went out of bounds, which would then reset the shot clock. But right now the shot clock is still ticking down because there's no change of possession. I guess the only question is, did they rule that Grady had possession and then rolled out of bounds? If so, you reset it. If not, that shot clock's got to stay where it was. And it does.
I think they're going to get it down to 6 seconds. And they are. Rick Barnes sits down. Calipari coaches his defense. Fast start for Tennessee. Winner to the championship game. Oh. Ziegler, blow by, and from behind, Wheeler with the block.
Really good fight back by Wheeler, wasn't it?
And he lost it, got it back again. Denied there, loose ball. Shibwe had it. They're going to get a foul on Oscar Shibwe. Little pinball action there from Safi Wheeler. It started as Zakai Ziegler smoked him on one end, but he came back to block it.
As Ziegler wins that quick-on-quick battle up top, but then Wheeler doesn't give up on the play. That's a clean block from behind. And the intensity in this building just continues to build early.
Ziegler takes it right at him and comes up short. Shibwe and Adu do battle, and jump ball, possession arrow, Kentucky. That game we saw, by the way, at Tennessee. Remember, we did that. Jonas Adu played some impactful minutes that day.
Yeah, his length really bothered Big O.
Need to know, brought to you by Principal Financial Group. 31 championships. The last time was in 18. And Tennessee got to go back to 1979, though they last appeared in the title game. That great team in 2019.
Turn out ball screen by Shibwe. You can see it coming to free Wheeler up early.
Kentucky 3 of 9 to start. Toppin on the baseline. Washington will launch. In and out. And a good job rebounding by Adu, keeping Shibwe off the board.
Yeah, got inside of him, and then his length won the play.
James, too strong. Kentucky would love to run when they can, and they'll oftentimes look for someone at the rim for an alley-oop.
Kentucky's break, Ravi, it's unique in terms of how they use their 4-guy in that NBA lane slot, and we'll get into it more in the ball game, but you've got to get back and take it away if you're Tennessee.
Now Toppin started last night, though. He made it. There's an offensive rebound. Adu with the block of Shibwe.
That's the one thing that Oscar Shibwe struggles with, is that 6'11", 7-foot wingspan defensively.
James down low. Adu. There's the return to sender. Shibwe with a block. Davion Minson, Wheeler, free throw line extended, got it.
I love him taking that shot. Team's going to back off of him and say, go ahead and shoot it. He says, thank you very much.
How about Shibwe answering Adu with a block of his own, huh? Chandler, he'll launch a 3. That's good. Kennedy Chandler on a pass from Zakai Ziegler.
Yeah, a little bit of contact on his legs as well, but Zakai Ziegler keeps that bounce alive as he drives into that baseline and finds his buddy KC in the slot.
Lead to 10, largest of the game for Kentucky. Wheeler, Shibwe, good position, and they're going to get a foul. They call that on John Fulkerson on the arm. Oscar Shibwe a little frustrated right now. The start to this game, he's got 2 points. He's got 2 rebounds. He's also been blocked hard right there by Jonas Adu. How do you make up for a block on one end? You return the favor by returning to sender. High-level game, and the team that's making the most shots right now, Tennessee, 4 of 7 from deep. The lead is 10. And we'll be back to the SEC tournament.
Welcome to Wendy's. May I take your breakfast order?
The only thing Reggie Miller loves as much as Wendy's breakfast is March Madness. So he's watching the entire tournament here in his recliner.
Not gonna lie, it's madness.
I got you.
You don't work here. Breakfast Baconator for 5-time All-Star player Reggie Miller.
Hall of Famer.
He didn't know that breakfast was half off in the app, so I schooled him.
I'm coming back here every March.
Yo, what's good, everybody? We'll get back to the game after the commercial break. I just want to apologize for the delay coming into the stream. It was just a lot of weird stuff going on with the stream stuff, but we are back and we're loaded. We've got Tennessee versus Kentucky. Tennessee does have the number 2 spot, and aren't they tied for number 2 in the SEC, or am I wrong? I thought they were both tied, or is Kentucky have that 3 spot? Regardless, I appreciate everybody for tuning into the stream. We'll just go over some quick game stats right now. Ty Washington got 2 points, 1 assist, 1 for 3 from the field, 0 for 2 from the 3-point line. Severe Wheeler, 2 points, 3 rebounds. Oscar Shibwe, the big man in the paint, man. The big menace, 2 points, 2 rebounds, 1 for 3 from the field. Kellen Grady, He's got 2 points, 1 rebound. Quite honestly, I don't know. I really don't know. Let's go over to. I won't say nothing right now. Let's go over to Tennessee. We've got Josiah Jordan James. He's got 8 points and an assist. Kennedy Chandler, 3 points, 1 rebound. Santiago Vescovi, 3 points, 1 rebound and assist. Brandon Hutley Hatfield, I believe he got 2 points, yeah. And the big man got I don't like pronouncing his name because I feel like I say it wrong. Plavsic. 2 points, 4 rebounds. Big man in the paint, man. My predictions, I do have Kentucky winning this game. I feel like Oscar Tshiebwe is just he's a different breed, man. 17 points a game, 15 rebounds this season. Look for him to pretty much go crazy this whole game. But also, I'm not gonna look down on Kennedy Chandler and the Volunteers. They are some dogs over there as well. Great coaches on both sides as well. Severe Wheeler's another big factor in their last game. Severe had 8 points, 6 rebounds, and 11 assists. Versus who did they play? Vanderbilt. Yes, Vanderbilt. They beat Vanderbilt 77-71. A good Vanderbilt team, by the way. Ty Washington Jr. had 25 points, 3 rebounds in that game. Oscar Tshiebwe had 12 points, 14 rebounds, and 5 blocks. So they're coming off a great game, great stats. Hopefully they can come around and make this a good game. Shout out to both sides, and appreciate you guys for coming to the stream. Don't forget to like as well, comment in the chat, subscribe also, and let's get back to this game.
Muck it up, play hard, play physical, knock him around a little bit.
Oscar Tshiebwe is getting handled down low with a variety of big bodies between Huntley Hatfield, Plavsic back in the game, and Jonas Adu. That's a lot of muscle, a lot of body, and a lot of fouls.
15 to 20 fouls. You can throw at Oscar Tshiebwe knowing that they're not going to all get called. And Tshiebwe's going to have to keep his balance right with his mind and with his body and handle that contact because it's not going to go away.
You guys discussing the physicality of the game. That's exactly what John Calipari just said to Oscar Tshiebwe. They're going to try to challenge you at the rim on every possession, dunk it on him. He also looked at Xavier Wheeler and said, man, shoot the pull-up. I trust you to make that shot. Don't get so deep into the paint that you get blocked. Also, look for Kentucky to up the defensive pressure here, maybe with a press.
You wonder if this is going to be a game Lance Ware is going to have to play big. That is the second foul on Tshiebwe, and even before that, Ware gives you another big body, and the fouls that Tennessee can afford, it's at least 5 more off your bench, and Ware is as physical as anybody in the game. Tshiebwe goes to the bench, Jimmy, with 2 fouls and 11:32 to play.
Right, but the banging's not going to go away.
Right.
And we've played real basketball in this league all year long. They've called the fouls that need to be called according to the rule book. With athletes and size and speed that we're playing the game with right now, there's going to be a lot of contact and pretty much on every play.
Kentucky has benefited from their bench many times, and it's been a whole cast of characters, whether it's Ware, Mintz, Toppin, Collins. Push, and we're going the other way from the backside.
I think we're going to stay here.
Yeah, he pointed the other way.
He did.
You're right. And then he seemed to signal 22, which there isn't one. Call that on Huntley Hatfield.
I expect Kentucky to go to their floppy action here, Ravi. Floppy action will have a screener probably Toppin on one side and Lance Ware on the other after they inbound this ball and run a shooter either side off of this initial triangle action. That's what they've done all year. This set into floppy action.
20 seconds on the shot clock.
Here's the screens, and Mintz can go either way. That's just what I thought they were going to get.
The ball fake and the 3. Down and out again. Rebounds Toppin. Keeps it alive. The same way that maybe in our first game, Chris Likes, who had a great game yesterday, struggled for Arkansas. Right now, Jacob Toppin struggling a little bit after a phenomenal performance last night. Missed and a run out for Wheeler. 2 3-point shooters peel to their corners, and now they retreat back to the top of the key, and that's Mintz.
A tremendous job by Tennessee, though, to get matched.
Grady, another one down and out. They've had a few of those.
If Kentucky's going to cut down the nets in this tournament and the next one, that 3-point shot for Kellen Grady has to start falling.
Vescovy back in, so here's that smaller lineup for Tennessee with Vescovy, Chandler, who will launch a 3. That's short. A rebound out of bounds. It'll stay with Tennessee. Uros Plavcic hustles. Reminder, everybody, Champ Week continues. 2 more championship games. It's the Phillips 66 Big 12 title game, 6 o'clock Eastern time. Texas Tech takes on Bill Self's Jayhawks team. See the Abaje dunk last night. It was unbelievable. Then 8:30, the New York Life ACC title game, Virginia Tech and Duke. Both on ESPN, both on the app.
Kentucky in a battle right now, according to Joe Lunardi, for that 4th #1 seed in the NCAA tournament. A loss here today would certainly knock them off of that conversation.
The shot you want if you're Kentucky. Huntley Hatfield fading away. Ware did a good job facing him up. Washington one-on-one against Vescovy. No good. And no rebound for Kentucky. A lot of one-on-one right now by the Wildcats. James, that's a turnover. Huntley Hatfield cut. And a second turnover for the Volunteers. Jonas Adu is checking back into the game. 6'11" out of Durham, North Carolina, and just a freshman. I know we're focused on today, and this year Rick Barnes is loaded with young players, freshmen who aren't getting a chance to get on the floor this season.
And Go Big Blue fills up the arena.
Washington, that's off, and Kentucky struggling from the floor. 6 of 18. Tennessee, 4 of 19.
The ball has not gotten reversed by Kentucky. They're trying to settle on the first side of the floor, first pass, and that will not work against a team this good defensively.
Quick whistle on Davion Mintz. Fouls beginning to pile up against both teams. 4 on Kentucky, 3 on Tennessee.
Rabbi, Tennessee makes you work so hard when they have the ball. Every coach in this league will tell you that Tennessee cuts harder consistently more than anyone else in this league, maybe in all of college ball.
Josiah Jordan-James, another turnover for Tennessee. Good defensive stand by the Cats, the 3rd turnover for Tennessee.
Yeah, Kentucky committed 2 to the ball, just enough to throw Josiah Jordan-James out of rhythm. That is not his game. Trying to beat a double team off the bounce.
Ty Washington and Davion Mintz now split the ball handling duties with Wheeler on the bench. Washington had a game against Georgia earlier when Wheeler was out. He had 17 assists, a school record, as Mintz steps into a, I should say Grady stepped into a 3 and missed it. And Grady 0 for 3 from 3, 1 of 5 from the floor. They do to Fulkerson. This is where he likes to work. Legs, arms going every direction. The fadeaway, no good. Kentucky is 0 for its last 7. Alley-oop, there it is. Keon Brooks as Fulkerson got blown up.
This Kentucky team, I go all the way back to 2009 North Carolina national champs, when Hansbrough and Ty Lawson, Danny Green would just flood the floor with speed.
James no good. Loose ball, Washington.
They're loose again.
Mintz sees the lane, goes all the way in. That's a block on Josiah Jordan-James. Aggressive take from Davion Mintz.
Teams in this league, and especially Tennessee, I think they're confident covering Tennessee in the half court. But man, their run game gets loose and gets going. They are so good at finding that backside dunker spot. You keep the Cats out of transition, you got a chance. If not, no way.
I'm the latest hashtag challenge, and everyone on social media is trying me. I'm trending so hard that hashtag common sense can't keep up. This is gonna get tens and tens of views. But if you don't have the right auto insurance coverage, you could be left to pay for this yourself.
Get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem for a whole lot less.
New Spicy Lovers Pizza from Pizza Hut. Hurts so good. With this spicy marinara sauce and sliced red chilies, it's like a roundhouse kick to the taste buds. Now don't be bashful with the fiery flakes. The new Spicy Lovers Pizza. Get it before it's gone. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Wasn't me.
You're never responsible for unauthorized purchases on your Discover card.
March Madness. Feel it here.
LL Flooring had all the answers. They're experts. And even the name, Bellawood Artisans Manhattan Chevron.
Oh, this? It's a Bellawood Artisan. You know, the artisan one. I can totally see why you're down here all the time. I love our floors.
From inspiration to installation, get the floors you'll love only at LL Flooring. This week, save up to 10% on the newest flooring styles.
With Circle, you can add some magic to the way you drink water. Circle's adjustable flavor cartridges keep you in control.
Somebody asked why can't I show the game? Because the game is copyrighted. So if I was to even put the game up for 5 minutes, this whole stream would get shut down. So unfortunately we cannot show the game. I'm sorry about that. But we are working on a website to where we could show, you know, pretty much any games, NFL, NCAA, NBA, whatever the case may be. So yeah, just stay tuned for that in a couple weeks. 7 minutes left. Kind of surprised Kentucky's only put up 11 points. They're still in this though. This game is definitely not over. Can't ever look down on a Kentucky team ever. Ty Washington 2 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. Kellen Grady 2 points, a rebound. Keon Brooks Jr. 2 points. The big guy Oscar Tshiebwe 3 points, 2 rebounds, already got a block. Go over to Tennessee. Josiah Jordan James got 8 points, a rebound and assist. Kennedy Chandler 3 points, 2 rebounds. Yeah, man, we're pretty much just getting started. I do believe Kentucky's gonna come back and win this game, but then again, this game could be anybody's. These are two pretty even teams on paper, basically. But Oscar Tshiebwe is a factor in this game, 100%. But appreciate you guys for tuning in. If you could like the stream, that'd be much appreciated. If you can comment as well in the chat or subscribe, and we will be back with the game.
Ware. Remember last night during the Vanderbilt game, Ware had one of those steals underneath the basket and fed Wheeler for an easy bucket.
Does Cal go to his floppy action again here for Mintz like he did last time? Change it up, back screen for Brooks. Hard to run offense in this game as much as this guy's got to start making a play.
Keon Brooks. 5 on the shot clock for Mintz. Penetrates, throws it up. That's too strong. There's Keon Brooks with an offensive rebound and put back.
There it is. That was not a play call. It was a guy going to make a play by Keon Brooks. He and Jacob Toppin at times can change the game themselves from that 4 position.
Vescovy, quick release, high arcing 3, and it rattles in.
Phenomenal shape.
Keon Brooks penetrates again, takes it to the hole. He'll get fouled by Josiah Jordan James, and Keon Brooks is feeling it right now.
Yeah, his drive game is causing Tennessee a problem. Watch Vescovy work, though. He's going to start up top, passes the ball, and then watch 25, boom, just sprint right back out. The hardest thing to guard in basketball is two things: guarding the dribbler and guarding the guy that is in constant motion. That is Santi Vescovy.
Brooks' free throw is good. Keon Brooks has 5 early points.
Small guard, and you don't have the floater game, your ceiling is limited in terms of the level you can play at. And Chandler's got a lot of natural stuff that you just can't teach, and that next level loves.
Fulkerson penetrates. He had his mind made up. He went with the right. Oh, and Plavsic missed one at the rim, and he brought it down low, and Wheeler picked him clean. Turnover there, and that's going to be a foul on Keon Brooks as he ran headlong into John Fulkerson. He's got a little out of control there for a second.
Plavsic might lead the league in shots missed at the rim.
Not a category.
He's all about effort. And Tennessee's still trying to get their bigs involved in that middle drive action. And those are the high percentage looks. You got both feet inside the restricted arc. That ball's got to go down.
As soon as you bring it down as a big guy.
Yeah.
That's a feeding frenzy. Grady trying to deny Chandler. He's going to stick with Tennessee. Plavsic is looking for a foul. Get that Rambo-like scar on that left shoulder of his, which appeared during last night's game. Dating myself with a Rambo reference.
That's a mark of pride in this game.
And no doubt.
You play this game without a scar, you have not been involved.
Three-point shooter on three-point shooter. Vescovy and Grady. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Plavsic brought it down, blown up, and we're going to get a whistle and a foul on Ty Washington. No, we're not. We're going to get Plavsic with an offensive foul. Second time, Jimmy, he's brought it down and brought it to the eye level of the guards.
Yeah, Kentucky's just eating him up on the touch. When he was out top, they ate him up, and on that low post touch as well. Cal can say that this tournament isn't the most important thing, but the picture's worth 1,000 words. When you're in the fight, Ravi, to get to that 1 seed like Kentucky is, it's very important. I heard Bill Self talk one time about the difference between a 1 seed and a 2 seed.
Yeah.
It's big.
It's popping. Washington penetrates. He got bumped, threw it up, and it rolls in over the front of the iron. And Washington will have a chance for a three-point play.
I think they...
Oh, and they just waved it off, and Calipari can't believe it.
Well, the foul was there in the chest of the Tennessee defender. I think it's the right call. I know it is, because the foul occurred with a chest bump and one more step by Ty before the shot went off. Not a popular call in this building. This kid has become just lethal as a driver again. 70% on the year when he attempts his shot 15 feet and in.
Instead of a three-point play, Washington comes away empty.
It's when did the foul occur is what the officials come together and talk about.
Yep. Chandler, the floater, that's good.
That's that float game I'm talking about.
There's a big sequence there. What looked like it might have been a three-point play. You missed the free throw, and they get an easy layup. Washington floats that in.
I'm telling you, he's not going to miss. He takes 10 shots in that part. He's going to make 7. Can you keep him out of the spot is the real concern right now for Rick Barnes, because Ty taking the ball anytime he wants, anywhere.
Huntley, Hatfield, and Toppin. Jump shot off the window. Good shot by Brandon Huntley Hatfield. He reclassified. He's one of the top recruits coming in next year, but reclassified. Very young and playing some big minutes for Rick Barnes.
Kentucky in their dribble drive. Drop coverage by the big. Secures the lane, and the guards are doing a good job of switching off and staying down, not allowing Kentucky to get inside the teeth of Tennessee.
Wheeler, the Georgia transfer, has been so key for Kentucky this year. Vescovy off the screen, finds Huntley Hatfield, who looks for Victor Bailey, who knocks it down.
Really good ball movement. And it got Kentucky chasing on that possession. The ball was ahead of Kentucky's defense from the first pass.
Tennessee has 4 assists on their 11 made baskets. Washington 3 ball, way off and out of bounds. Right now the Volunteers are feeling it, and they're doing some chest bumping as they head to their bench.
Rocky Top on a roll early. A physical, intense, emotional, no give-in game in the second game of the semis in the SEC.
When you shop at Target, you leave with...
We've got a good one, man. Tennessee's up 9, 29-20, 2:50 left in the first half. Let's go over some stats for the game. Ty Washington for Kentucky got 4 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. He's 2 for 7. He's also 0 for 3 from the three-point line, so he's got to step it up from there. Kellen Grady, 2 points, 2 rebounds, 0 for 3 from the three-point line. Yeah, it's not looking too good for them from 3. Severe Wheeler, their point guard, floor general, whatever you want to call him. 2 points, 4 rebounds, 1 for 4 from the field. Keon Brooks Jr., yeah, he's pretty much their go-to right now. 8 points, rebound, 4 for 4 from the free throw line, 2 for 2 from the field. Oscar Tshiebwe, who's their best player, in my opinion, he's got to step it up. 3 points, 2 rebounds, 1 for 3 from the field. He has a quick 2 fouls. That's likely why he's not in the game. But he's their deciding factor, I got to be honest with you. If he has a bad game, they're likely not going to win this game. He brings it for them on offense and defense. You know, that's a guy that's averaging 17 points a game, 15 rebounds, and a block right now. You know, that's his average for the season. So that's pretty crazy. Over on Tennessee, they're pretty much having a great shooting course, whatever you want to call it. Kennedy Chandler, 7 points, 2 rebounds, 3 for 6 from the field. He's 1 for 3 from 3. Santiago Vescovy, 6 points, 2 rebounds, and an assist, 2 for 3 from the field. He's 2 for 3 from 3. Okay, I like that, Santiago. Brandon Huntley Hatfield, 4 points, a rebound, and an assist, 2 for 4 from the field. Okay, Bailey Jr., 2 points. The big guy, Plavsic. I always mess up his name, and I hate saying it. Plavsic. 2.7 rebounds from the big guy. Great game. Josiah James, 8 points, a rebound, and assist. He's got 2 fouls as well, so that's likely why he's not playing a lot. He's on the bench right now. I still got Kentucky. Winning just based off the fact that, like I said, Oscar Tshiebwe is a big factor. But Tennessee is looking like everybody's, contributing. And if you could have the whole team playing a factor instead of just 3-4 guys, that does make it a big difference in a game. Instead of just 2-3 guys playing their hearts out. When everybody's out there hooping, it's a big difference. I'm a big fan of assists, rebounds, and assists. I do believe that the team with the most assists does end up winning the game. If we could take a look at assists, Tennessee has 4, Kentucky has 3. Also rebounding. Kentucky's up by 1. Whoever can kind of create that gap in those two stats, I do believe they'll be the team to win. But yeah, appreciate you guys for coming in. Don't forget to like the stream, comment as well, subscribe, and let's get back to the game, man.
So many good ball clubs out there. Those 1 and 2 seeds right now, just look at the projected bracket. They're all capable of winning it. I think there's 3 or 4 teams out of this league capable of cutting down the nets.
Baylor's peaking again.
Yeah,
we saw them at Atlantis earlier this year. Already gets a chance, by the way, Jimmy, to spend time in each huddle during the timeout. It gives us some great perspective on things. Marty, what'd you learn?
We've covered Kentucky so much, guys, that we've heard John Calipari say when a team becomes a player-led team, they are reaching their potential. I'm seeing that from Tennessee. That huddle just now was so player-driven, and it was driven by Kennedy Chandler. He was talking the entire time, and every player seated was chatting with one another, listening to what the coaches were telling them, and offering their own insight. Player-led team there at Tennessee.
And Kenny Chandler was the quietest point guard in the SEC for the first couple of months that he was under Rick Barnes. But Rick Barnes demands his point guard to grow in every area. You cannot lead a team by being silent.
But all said and done, Kentucky just trails by 7, and Tshiebwe's been in foul trouble most of the first half. Plavsic did not miss that one close to the rim. He knocks that in.
It's never pretty when Euros Plavsic is involved.
Ty Washington just dribbled into a turnover.
9 turnovers. Only 5 for Kentucky so far, 9 for Tennessee.
That go off the feet of Washington or not? I think it'll stay with Tennessee. The ball was slapped on the ground. Looked like it went off the foot of Ty Washington.
Let me clean it up. 9 turnovers total in the ball game.
Bench scoring was a big deal last night against Vanderbilt for Kentucky. Mintz and Toppin, they combined for 20 points. The bench, with Tshiebwe even on it for so long, has managed 1 point today. And that's Davion Mintz. Keon Brooks having a good game. He's got 8. Washington, who had 20 plus last night, has got 6. Meshack 15 into the game for Tennessee as Rick Barnes uses his depth in his bench. They got 3 on the shot clock. Plavsic has it way outside. Vescovy will launch. And he did draw iron off the backboard.
Good job by Grady. Again, Grady, a shooter, knows how to guard a shooter. Vescovy stayed attached.
Grady can't get that one to go down. And he and Washington exchanged glances with each other.
The ball was shot with a sideways spin by Grady. I don't know if the defense got a piece of it or not, but that is not the natural smooth spin that we've seen from Grady all year. He's in a shooting slump at the wrong time.
43% three-point shooter. Kellen Grady today is 0 for 4. Chandler got Wheeler up. He didn't get contact, but a soft touch. And the lead grows to 11.
The ability of a guard to shoot a dead ball is so valuable. His ball just hit that rim and just died.
Washington hands it off to Ware, who gives it back to him and does the same on this side. Spin move in the middle. Plavsic got that. Washington was looking for a foul, and that won't work. And there's 10 seconds to go here in the first half.
Chandler is just searching to get downhill with 5 seconds to go. Can't turn the corner.
2. Brooks going to get a shot off. Throws it up, but that will not go in. Kentucky's season low first half in points this year. Today, 22 against Tennessee. They scored 23 against LSU back on January 4th, but they are held in check and go 0 for 8 from 3. Here's Marty.
Coach, 11-point lead going into the half. What did you like from your team? What do you want to see them do better?
I do think we were playing hard. You know, they went to that hard dribble drive game. We knew they would do that, and some ball screen action. I would like to see them push it out a little bit more with the Sheedway on the bench, but obviously they turned their defense up too. They really made it hard, but we started to get downhill a little bit more, but long way to go.
Appreciate your time. Thank you, Coach. So the Volunteers carry an 11-point lead into halftime here in the semifinals. And Dari, I can't wait to hear you guys break it down.
Marty, thank you very much. I've got a couple of friends here with me, Pat Bradley, Damian Fishback, and we've got plenty to get you caught up on this championship week Saturday. Yes, it's semifinals here. It's finals in many places. More semifinals all around the country as tickets continue to get punched. So let's start catching you up on what we are looking at and what we've been watching over the course of the day here around all of college basketball. So let's go bubble teams, right? Where are folks? We're talking higher seeds. They're stretching for something. They want a little better than what they got, right? Everybody's aiming to be playing on beyond this weekend. American semifinal, Tulane and Houston. Houston up 9 at that point, and then a 3-ball for Kyler Edwards. Houston in control right now over Tulane in the American semifinal. How about Richmond and Dayton? This is an A-10 semifinal. Inside, Malachi Smith backdoor. Then Smith going to knock in a 3, and the young Flyers, one of the youngest teams in all of college basketball.
Yeah, remember that last-second shot against Kansas earlier in the season? They're still rolling.
And Dayton on that bubble, leading at the break against Richmond. Now, Indiana came into the day in Joe Lunardi's last 4 buys list. This is a Big Ten semifinal and a big-time shot for Keegan Murray, who had 32 points for the Hawkeyes in the game, but Indiana forces the turnover. Xavier Johnson with a lay-in, and we're tied at 77. And then Jordan Bohannon, time winding down.
Oh, that's 10 years of experience gets you right there. The bankboard is kind to you.
Iowa knocks off Indiana. They're into the Big Ten championship game. So updated bracketology as you see it. Dayton showed you, leading Richmond right now in the semifinals of the A-10. A&M, with their win earlier in the day over Arkansas, moved up 2 spots. They're still in the first 4 out with work to do, according to Joey Brackets. You don't see Indiana. Why? Because they're ahead of where Michigan is. They are in the last 4 buys. Remember, they beat Illinois to get to this game.
Coach Woodson's done a phenomenal job.
Michigan State, Purdue. Who's going to get Iowa in the Big Ten championship game? Sasha Stefanovic for 3, and Purdue takes a 5-point lead. And then Mason Gillis going to put the Boilers up 8 with a 3-ball. Purdue up 9. The NBA's drooling over this guy, Jaden Ivey. Well, he doesn't get it to go, but Zach Edey does. Purdue up now 7 at the break on Michigan State. Again, the winner gets Iowa in the conference title game. Meanwhile, back in the SEC, LSU has fired head basketball coach Will Wade for cause, days after receiving a notice of allegations from the NCAA. Wade coached the Tigers for 5 seasons. LSU awaits its NCAA tournament destination and opponent on Sunday. Tennessee with a fantastic first 20 minutes.
Big fella.
Huntley, Hatfield with a throwdown. They're up 11 on Big Blue.
Whether you're looking for something on the small side or the medium side, or, wow, that's really big, Zillow can help you find the right home and the right financing solutions. For financing made simple, there's no place like Zillow.
People assume these photo shoots are easy. Just like they assume they can't afford great insurance. But State Farm has rates that fit any budget. What? Can I get a profile? All in the core. For surprisingly great rates that fit any budget, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or click to get a quote today.
Welcome to Wendy's. May I take your breakfast order?
The only thing Reggie Miller loves as much as Wendy's breakfast is March Madness. So he's watching the entire tournament here in his recliner.
Not gonna lie, it's madness.
I got you.
You don't work here. Breakfast baconator for 5-time All-Star player Reggie Miller.
Hall of Famer.
He didn't know that breakfast was half off in the app, so I schooled him.
I'm coming back here every March. Every single... Yes, Tyler!
Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's. Get half off the official breakfast of March Madness when you order in the Wendy's app.
Verizon Unlimited is going ultra, so you get more than ever. With 5G ultra-wideband in many more cities, you get up to 10 times the speed at no extra cost. Buy one Samsung Galaxy, get another on us.
Seriously?
It's our best plan ever. Verizon is going ultra, so you can get more.
Here we go. So much on the line. It's unbelievable what's unfolding here.
The SEC and American Athletic Championships, Sunday on ESPN.
When we started our business, we were paying like an arm and a leg for the postage. I remember setting up ShipStation. I think it was just like 1 or 2 clicks. Everything was up and running. I was printing out labels.
And we're at halftime. Halftime, everybody. 33-22. Tennessee up 11. And yeah, this got to be Kentucky's like lowest scoring first half, right? In a long time, right? 22 points is crazy. Let's go over some Tennessee stats. 9 points for Kennedy Chandler, 2 rebounds and an assist. A great game for him. 4 for 7 from the field, 1 for 3 from the three-point line. Santiago Vescovi, 6 points, 2 rebounds and an assist. 2 for 5 from the field, 2 for 5 from the three-point line. Great game for him as well. Brandon Huntley Hatfield, 4 points, 2 rebounds, and an assist, 2 for 4 from the field. Great game. Plavsic, 4 points, 7 rebounds, 2 for 3 from the field. The big guy's doing a lot of work right now. Josiah James, 8 points, a rebound, and an assist, 2 for 4 from the field, 2 for 3 from the three-point line. Great game for him. He's also got 2 fouls and 2 turnovers, so he's got to step it up on those stats. We've got Kentucky, and there's not really much to say. They already know that they've got some work to do. Keon Brooks Jr., 8 points, a rebound. He's also got a steal as well. Not too bad. Ty Washington, 6 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. 3 for 9 from the field, though. 0 for 3 from three-point line. So, yeah, he's got some offensive stuff to switch up. Kellen Grady, 2 points, 2 rebounds, 1 for 6 from the field, though. 0 for 4 from 3. My goodness. Severe Wheeler, 2 points, 4 rebounds, 1 for 4 from the field. So he's, you know, I'll say this. I know I said Oscar Tshiebwe was the #1 factor for Kentucky to win, but Severe Wheeler also has to have a great game as well. Severe Wheeler, he's kind of like that glue. To me, he's a glue. You understand? To me, he's a glue. On a lot of the other teams, you know, you see like Race Thompson, he's the glue for Indiana, even though they lost versus Iowa, but he was very important. I think Severe Wheeler's the glue for this Kentucky team. You know, we know Ty Washington can score the ball. He had 25 points in their game versus Vanderbilt. We know Oscar Tshiebwe. He's pretty much the biggest problem in college basketball right now, Oscar Tshiebwe. But besides that, I'm surprised, man. I'm very surprised. I don't know what's going on, but hopefully we can figure out.
With the spicy
It's like, your skin looks amazing. What happened?
Sorry about that. Had to take a call. But honestly, it's not that I'm shying away from what I said about Kentucky winning, but I might not be as confident just based on the fact that they only put up 22 points in the first half. Anything is possible in the month of March, though. March is the month of miracles, so Kentucky can pull around and, you know, do what they're doing to do what Tennessee's doing to them in the second half. But yeah, this is definitely a shocker. Definitely a shocker. I might still be rolling with Kentucky, but still, Tennessee's hooping. They're hooping their minds out right now. Shout out to Tennessee. Shout out to the Volunteers. Shout out to the coach. And yeah, this might actually go down to the wire. Surprisingly, yes, they may be up 11, but I feel like this might go down to the wire. I just don't see Kentucky letting this game slip away this bad, more than what it is right now, is what I mean. Appreciate everybody for coming to the stream. If you could like the stream, comment as well, subscribe, and that'll be much appreciated. Thank you very much, and let's enjoy this game.
Stats brought to you by Audi. They didn't make a three-pointer. Their fewest three-point efforts in a game twice. Notre Dame 2, LSU 2. They lost the Notre Dame game by 4. They won the LSU game by 5. But Tennessee's doing a heck of a job shooting the threes. Jimmy, about 45%, 5 of 11.
Well, they've had perfect passing is what they've had on the three-point attempts. They've also found the backside of the defense. Tennessee's so good at spraying the ball around. They keep their dribble alive, and they move off the bounce. They don't stand and stare. We already diagrammed Kennedy Chandler. The little twirl action on the inside is a new wrinkle that Rick Barnes has gone to in this game a couple of times. It freed up Vescovi for a slide three. Interesting right now, Sheboy in foul trouble, but Tennessee put a big 7-foot sandwich around him to start the game. Really got heavy body contact on Sheboy. He's going to have to play through it because it's not going to go away. And Kentucky, Ravi, they're the best offensive rebounding team in the country. They only got 28% on the offensive glass. Tennessee doing a good job of limiting Kentucky to 1.
Sheboy, who is Mr. Double-Double, 19 straight games, 10 or more rebounds, Marty. He's not close to that number yet. He's got 2, but he didn't play it very much. What do you got?
He didn't, and John Calipari mentioned it to me right there at the half coming out of the locker room, Ravi. He said, we haven't made any shots. We're only down 5 baskets. Oscar hasn't even played. We're only down 5 baskets. We just have to play the game better, Marty. It's that simple.
14 straight double-doubles. The other number to keep in mind, Tennessee this year is 19-0 when leading at half.
Tennessee starts the second half with that twirl action. Kentucky talked about it at halftime and had it completely covered up.
She's way back on the floor now. He'll play with 2 fouls. Chandler led the way with kind of a quiet 9. The first shot is no good, and it goes out of the bounce off the foot of Sheboy.
Good job by Sheboy, though, in the drop coverage to stay in front of Kennedy Chandler and force a tough 2. 5 on the shot clock for Tennessee to work with.
5 seconds, and Sheboy minus the headband. Well, they're going to put 20 back on the shot clock. I guess they're going to say, what, Sheboy dribbled the ball off of his foot?
Yeah, there had to be a Kentucky player have contact on the ball to reset it. That's a big break for Tennessee.
Vescovi, that's way short, and right into the hands of Keon Brooks. One thing Kentucky did have success doing was running. They got a bunch of points off the fast break, 7 in the first half.
I'm not sure there's a better running team in college ball than Kentucky. There's got to be triggered by stops on their defensive end.
Well, a lot of three-point shooters are streak shooters, and they'd love to see Grady get one in as Plavcic decides to send Wheeler's after the whistle floater into the seats. What does Kentucky have to do to get back into it?
They're going to have to make some outside shots because Tennessee is completely putting Oscar Sheboy in a mess of a crowd. Just continue to have hard body contact on him. He can't get free. But Tennessee is going to continue to just shrink the court and make it tough on 34 in blue.
That one-on-one battle down low. Shibwe up over Plavcic, and he really looked at the backboard, the iron, I should say. He grabbed his own rebound and put it back up and in. So Oscar Shibwe, after spending most of the first half on the bench, grabs an offensive rebound and scores 2.
He's a danger as a second shot guy as much as a first shot guy right now in this game.
He deflected that as well as it went up. Good hands by Keon Brooks to knock it away from Huntley Hatfield.
When you lead the country in rebounds, Ravi, you do it all. And his second jump and his second pursuit of the basketball on both ends is special.
26 double-doubles on the season, and again, including 14 straight. Vescovi open. Too strong. Shibwe goes up, and he took that one away from Huntley Hatfield, a senior and a freshman. Grady drives. Floater, no. And a good rip that time by the freshman. Vescovi penetrates, and he threw it up with his right hand, but he gets fouled.
Just enough of an eye fake by Vescovi to freeze his defender and get himself to the paint. The ball fakes, the shot fakes, the head fakes. This kid Vescovi's got it all.
And the biggest story about Vescovi has been the way that he has physically changed over the years. He showed up in the middle of a season, came in and dropped like 6 threes in a game.
Had a bunch of turnovers, but you could see from his first time complete confidence in who he is as a player.
Giving AAC, Houston, Tulane, 3 Eastern, ESPN 2 today. SMU and Memphis, 5 Eastern time on ESPN 2. Championship game will be tomorrow at 3:15 Eastern time on ESPN.
And what a testament to resiliency by Penny Hardaway this year, because that club was a mess.
Yeah.
Back when I saw him in December. And he cut his bench, went with his older players. They're not going to get into the tournament. They could win a game.
Lead is 11. Shibwe baseline reverse, no good. Brooks the follow. And a good quick move by Oscar Shibwe. He is quicker than the guys that are guarding him.
Ravi, it's another game where both teams really load up to the ball side, so those backside cuts and backside offensive rebounds, they've got to come into play. Well done by Kentucky.
Vescovi on the curl. Huntley Hatfield pulls up. He knocks it down. Playing some big minutes. Brandon Huntley Hatfield with 6. Alley-oop to Shibwe down low, surrounded by 3 bodies.
You out of the way. Vescovi just too light in the pants to come over to affect Shibwe. And 34 in blue starting to have a major impact in this.
7 points, now 4 rebounds. We saw him rip down 28 rebounds in a game this year.
I think it's interesting. First got to Lexington.
Right now Doug Schaus is over at the monitor. Apparently the officials are wondering if there was a flagrant foul at some point during the last play. May have been on the actual previous possession. Is that right?
Yeah, you got a Tennessee player bleeding, so you're going to go to the monitor and check and see if it was caused by contact by Kentucky. Doug Schaus, Pat Adams, and Chuck Jones got their hands full in this game. My point about Shibwe, he has gained his own confidence. He came in not sure. Anything other than 2 hands. There's a shot to the face from Shibwe that Uros Plavcic was complaining to the officials about.
And they've already said no foul after Doug looked at it. They've waved off any F1, and it certainly looked like the hand went right to the face, didn't it?
But the hand did go right to the face.
Yes. It sure did, and it made contact.
No matter what Pat Adams tells Uros right now, Uros says, but my mouth would say differently. Shibwe, one of the all-time greats to wear a Kentucky uniform, and I would still say one of the most gracious guys and thankful guys to ever put on that Wildcat jersey.
He's worked so hard on his free throws and his 15 and on in jump shots. Lead is down to 8. That's a double dribble it was. Yep, and Wheeler caused it. Look at Calipari on the sideline getting down to that squat and cheering on his team's defense.
And if Wheeler continues to really pressure the ball in the backcourt, Tennessee's going to come with their smack action that cost Wheeler a couple of games this year. You can't let Wheeler pick you up with that much heat. You're going to have
Washington pulls up. No good. That's a 2. And Vescovy went after to keep it in. And the crowd won't like that.
And I said in the first half, 70% from 15 feet and in. But the number drops to about 34%, 15 to the three-point mark. A little bit of gap in his game that's got to get better. And that foul doesn't get called if Kentucky is not caboosing and having urgency in chasing a shooter. Well done defensively by Kentucky to start this second half.
7 turnovers in the game for Tennessee. Sophomore Wheeler, a couple of points, 1 assist, 1 turnover. Keon Brooks, he's got that working today.
About it going off the half, and you've got to make sure you stay attached, switch it out if you have to, but you can't let Kentucky get downhill.
Chandler, Plavchich, that's good. Jump hook in the lane and a good find from Kennedy Chandler.
If he shoots 50% around the rim, that's a win for Tennessee today, because that's not his normal number.
They force it into Shibwe. He spins up and in underneath Plavchich's arm.
You beat Link. And quick he is as an athlete.
Crowd screaming that Kennedy Chandler on that slip traveled. Start of the game with 10 on the shot clock.
Instincts, and does he have a burst?
Kennedy Chandler with 11. Got it down to 5, and they haven't been able to stop the Volunteers. Brooks, it's worked all game, not that time. Better defense from Huntley Hatfield. Brandon Huntley Hatfield on both ends of the floor.
Ravi in a run game. And just when Kentucky was trying to close it down, Rocky Top runs off a little bit. The 2 last Tennessee baskets. Huntley Hatfield, a big guy at that age, running that fast to handle a hard pass. That is some special stuff. Right down the gut. Catch it, finish. Really well done. 10-point game. Rocky Top on top.
When you shop at Target,
so let's dive into what exactly is going on with Kentucky. All right, this is really just bad defense. I can tell you right now, it's bad defense. Tennessee is shooting almost 50% from the field. All right, and as a team, you don't want ever like you want to do your best to get a team in the sub 40s, high 30s, field goal wise. That kind of shows that you're playing good defense. Over here on Kentucky, they're shooting around much lower. I think what is 13 of 39? 13 of 39. Yeah, don't ask me to do the math, but I know it's closer to 40, high 30s, if I'm not mistaken. Well, yeah, no, it's 33%, right? 13 times 3. 33%? Am I wrong? Whatever the case may be, they're just not getting it done from the field goal. They're 0 for 8 from the three-point line. I mean, come on. Come on. Tennessee shooting 5 for 13 from the three-point line. I just feel like Tennessee is just a little bit, I don't want to say serious. Serious is a bad way to put it. I just think they're more equipped for this game, you know. You would think that Kentucky, after beating a team like Vanderbilt, they would come into this type of game a little bit more ready. But no, that's definitely not the case. Tennessee just seems more ready. They might make me eat my words, and you know they may end up winning the game. Oscar Tshiebwe, he needs to have a big second half, man. 4 rebounds right now is just not enough. You know, by now you should be pretty much nearing that double-double, my boy. They need him to go off. They need Ty Washington. He needs to have a better game. 3 for 10 from the field. I mean, come on, buddy. You had 25 last game. You know, Severe Wheeler, same thing. 1 for 4, 2 points, 4 rebounds. Ty Washington also has 2 turnovers as well. It's looking like Kennedy Chandler is really giving them the work. He's giving the guards the works right now. Shout out to Kennedy Chandler for doing his job. 5 for 9, 11 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. Brandon Huntley-Hatfield, 8 points, 4 rebounds, an assist. Josiah James, 8 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists. Santiago Vescovi, another great game for him. He's not shooting too well, but he's shooting all right. He's shooting better than most of those Kentucky guards. 8 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 for 7 from the three-point line. The big guy, Plapsic, 6 points, 8 rebounds. I mean, he's playing amazing. 3 for 4 from the field. This is going to come down to Kentucky defense, man. Kentucky has always been a great defensive team. They're just going to have to buckle down and just sit on defense, you know. Stop every basket. Stop Kennedy Chandler from coming in that paint or shooting that 3. Yeah, this is kind of surprising. I will not lie. This is kind of surprising. I did not think Kentucky would be down 10 with 14 minutes left in the second half. But like I said, this is the month of miracles. Anything can happen. Anything is possible. If you could like the stream, that would be much appreciated. Don't forget to talk in the chat as well. And also if you can subscribe, that would be much appreciated as well. And yeah, man, let's enjoy this game.
Tears rise up in his eyes. We're talking about his 2 main doctors are up there with him, and so many prayers have gone to Coach Vitale. I just texted him and said, Coach, give me some thoughts. I think he's working on it right now.
Well, we'll get those when we come back from this break. 43-33.
Come on, Coach, I need some help.
The KFC chicken sandwich is only served one way. Straight from the fryer, piping hot, and Kentucky Fried to order. If you don't like it this way, you'll have to go somewhere else. KFC, it's finger-licking good.
Check this out.
Chuck, what's up? We're supposed to be watching the game. I don't want to just watch March Madness. I want to win it with my own school, Chuck U. Oh, no. Well, with my Capital One checking account, I got no fees, no minimum, so I got extra cash for some school supplies.
You got a mascot?
Only the biggest, baddest, the Fighting Sams. Whoa. That's supposed to be me? Don't give me that look. I invented that look. I like it, Chuck. The Fighting Sams. Let's go.
Look at that happy family. It's moments like this my fudge stripes are made for. Baked with rich chocolatey Keebler fudge. Leave it to elves to make a moment so magical. Keebler, made with magic, loved by families.
Verizon Unlimited is going ultra, so you get more than ever. With 5G ultra-wideband in many more cities, you get up to 10 times the speed at no extra cost. Buy 1 Samsung Galaxy, get another on us.
Seriously?
It's our best plan ever. Verizon is going ultra, so you can get more.
Microwave, did you know that Auto Trader has Kelly Blue Book so I know the prices are good?
Smart. Was I a good price?
Oh, Microwave, you're worth every penny. You're my best friend. And ain't nothing wrong with that.
This is your invitation to experience all the feelings inspired by Lexus at the Invitation to Lexus sales event.
As a professional bull rider, I'm used to taking chances. But when it comes to my insurance, I don't. I use Liberty.
So when we talk about Kentucky, let's just go over some few things. Ty Washington is averaging 12 points a game, three rebounds, 4 assists. Ty's, that scoring needs to go up. 3 for 10. It's looking kind of ugly for him. Kellen Grady, he's another 12 a night, 12 points, 2 rebounds a night. He's hovering around 2 points right now, 0 for 4 from the 3, 1 for 7 from the field. I don't know what Calipari's supposed to do with that. Severe Wheeler, he's averaging 10 points a night with 7 assists, and Severe is over at 2 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists right now. Even Davion Mintz, he's giving Kentucky 9 points a game, 1 point, 1 assist, 0 for 3. So that Tennessee defense is definitely suffocating Kentucky scorers. At that point, it's Tennessee's ball game. I got to be honest. If their regular scores aren't even getting to their average, this is what the whole thing about. Get to your average, all right? If you're a 10 a night scorer, make sure you get those 10 points, and then go above and beyond if possible. When you take a look at Oscar Tshiebwe is likely going to end the night with close to 20 points, if not over 20 points. He's going to get his double-double. I just feel like Kentucky just has to step it up. That's really it. Kentucky has to step it up if they want to get back in this ball game. Tennessee definitely has the arsenal to blow them out this game. That's crazy. I wasn't saying that earlier, but now I guess people change their opinions, and it's just looking ugly. If you can like the stream, don't forget to like it. Don't forget to comment as well. If you can subscribe, that'll be much appreciated. And yeah, let's get back to this stream. Hopefully Kentucky can turn this thing around, man. This is getting pretty ugly.
Last night, put the mask on, played even better. As Severe Wheeler said, I think he's talking. I see his mouth moving, but you can't understand what he's saying underneath it.
Is that why you had a mask for me?
Wheeler pulls up. That's too strong, and a good box out that time by Josiah Jordan James. Xavier Wheeler hasn't been option 1, 2, or 3 generally for Kentucky when it comes to scoring.
But he's got to take those open pull-up shots, and he's got to take his open threes.
Give it go with Fulkerson. Yes, he got fouled. A foul called on Jacob Toppin. Well, we've got you covered Selection Sunday. It all starts at 6 Eastern Time on ESPN. We'll break down the men's field of 68 as soon as the brackets are announced. And then on both networks, our March Madness Women's Selection Show. We reveal the 68 teams and look at every team and matchup in each region. We will continue on ESPN2. And then if you haven't had enough and you really want to hear from the experts on how the bracket should be filled out, 10 Eastern Time, 7 Pacific. More coverage of both. As always, you can see it streaming live on the ESPN app. Grady comes out. It's been a real frustrating, as you said, couple of games for Kellen Grady. He will take a seat with just 2 points on 1 of 7 shooting and 0 for 4. Kentucky still hasn't made a 3-point shot.
Kellen Grady 1 out of 7 in this game, and over the last 5 games, he's now dropped below 28% from the 3-point line. It'll be very difficult for Kentucky to win the national title if Grady doesn't get going again offensively.
Well, the other thing that Tennessee has done by playing so well is keep this incredibly biased Kentucky crowd out of it in this arena. They're ready to explode, but Tennessee's made sure they don't have a reason to. Vescovy picks up his second.
Yeah, he was trying to force Mintz out to the right side, and Mintz would have no part of it.
They switched, and now back on Tshiebwe is Adu. And they're going to get 0 in white. He can't believe it. Tshiebwe backed him down. He used that body to stand up, but when the body left, he fell down.
But Ravi, it's a young defensive mistake, and these guys have held their own now against Tshiebwe. If Tshiebwe catches the ball there's no harm done. He's at the 12-foot mark on the floor, so you don't want to compound the problem with a reach around.
Tennessee's 5 fouls here. Timeout, says Minson. He just gets it in time.
That could be a costly timeout down the stretch. Kentucky now only with 1.
Tennessee's got 3 of them. 12-point lead. Tennessee with 13-15 to go here in Tampa.
There are all kinds of products in this world. Things that make life easier or more fun. But New York Life's product is different. It's 12,000 experts whose responsibility is to be there, to guide you through the happiest and most difficult times. People who know the most valuable things in life aren't things at all. This is our product. This is what we do.
SEC tournament, of course, Texas A&M. They knocked off Florida to start. They wiped out Auburn. They take care of Arkansas. Now lead at 82-64 is your final, and they will await the winner of Kentucky and Tennessee. It's hardly been a nice cruise on a pontoon boat when you're facing A&M. Buzz Williams about 15 feet behind us, watching this game closely as they get the ball down low to Sheboy, and James came right over and grabbed it. That's a jump ball, and it will stay with Kentucky. There's no team, Jimmy, that I've seen who would love to crash this party more than A&M. Keep this roll going and make it 4 wins in 4 days and get yourself a tournament bid.
I think they have a tremendous case, even if they don't win tomorrow. And Buzz Williams already at work, again, getting his guys ready for that middle practice between games.
Mintz throws it up. That's an air ball. It's a shot clock violation.
Kentucky in the half-court offense. They weren't real clean last night either. They've got to get their run game going, and that's all started by defensive stops. You can't turn Tennessee over, and that 12-point deficit just continues to stare you right in the face.
Calipari was screaming at Mintz, take the first shot.
Good cut.
Yeah, Vescovy. Oh, Sheboy came over and erased it with his left hand.
Good cut, better erase.
Wheeler, Oscar. Every time you feel like the momentum may move to Kentucky's side, it's denied.
Tennessee using that walking butt screen to relieve the pressure. Good pass.
Yep. And another block. Ooh, they get Sheboy. His arm came down. But they call it on Jacob Toppin, not on Oscar Sheboy. Now he changes it, I think. He changed it to 34. So they changed the foul to Sheboy. I thought so. He initially held up 0. And they give it to Sheboy. That'll be his 3rd.
It all started with a simple action, Ravi. I said Fulkerson was with that walking butt screen. He's got his butt to the basketball, just walking down the middle of the floor. And those Tennessee guards will work off of that high, flat screen and put a lot of pressure on the rim. It's a simple play, hard to guard.
Adu makes 1 of 2. Look out, Washington's down on the floor. He got stepped on by Fulkerson. Grabbing at that right arm of his. He's calling timeout to make sure everybody's okay. Pretty heavy collision heading back up the court between John Fulkerson and Ty Washington.
They're just trying to
right there is where it hurt more.
Yeah, get everything tangled up. And
Washington was pulled out of the game last night by Calipari, and John really lit into him. Ty was asked about it afterwards, and he said, I was told by all my teammates, rather than let it get to me and be affected by it, I said, you got to learn as a young kid to play through bumps.
It's about the response when you get jerked as much as anything.
Sheboy, ball fake, foul, and a reach in on Josiah Jordan James. 2 free throws coming up. They decide to give that one to Jonas Adu. We'll come back. It's all Tennessee right now, up 13 with under 12 to go.
A lot of people assume NBA 2K gamers can't play for real.
Just like they assume they can't afford great insurance. But State Farm has rates that fit any budget.
And I never want to play this kid again. It's too easy. What's this kid made of?
A surprisingly great race to fit any budget, like a good neighbor. State Farm is there. Call or click to get a quote today.
Welcome to Wendy's. May I take your breakfast order?
The only thing Reggie Miller loves as much as Wendy's breakfast is March Madness. So he's watching the entire tournament here in his recliner.
Not gonna lie, it's madness. I got you.
You don't work here. Breakfast Baconator for 5-time All-Star player Reggie Miller.
Hall of Famer.
He didn't know that breakfast was half off in the app, so I schooled him.
I'm coming back here every March. Every single... Yes, Tyler!
Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's. Get half off the official breakfast of March Madness when you order in the Wendy's app.
You are an electric vehicle. Electricity powers your heart. Want to feel your heartbeat faster? Drive an electric car, made by a company whose EVs have gone 5 billion miles. For every highway, every driveway, and every speedway. And where the loudest sound is the beat of your electric heart. This is the new Nissan.
Serena Williams, Matrix. Serena, Matrix. Serena, Matrix.
Get your TV together with the best of live and on-demand DirecTV Stream.
Let's talk about what is professional today. We can flip the script by getting
Professional does not have shape, does not have limits. I've been a janitor, I've been a designer, I've been an executive.
Creating my own seat at the table was doing things different than how it's ever been done before.
It's just like an ebb and a flow. Dad life, work life.
It's all life. There's work, and there's what works for you.
Professional is you, professional is us.
It's ours to define.
No annual fee on any Discover card.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Principal, helping you plan, protect, invest, and retire. Coach Calipari's been into it. You want to be a coach in the SEC basketball side men's? There are 3 openings now after Will Wade was relieved of his duties at LSU. Missouri and Georgia all have openings. And that is the trophy that they are playing for right now. Texas A&M and Buzz Williams' team already in. They have been tenacious on the defensive end. And Marty just got a sneak peek into what's going on inside that Kentucky huddle. Marty?
John Calipari just told his guards on the dribble drive, if you guys get bumped sideways, you're coming out. You got to get downhill. And if you don't shoot open shots, you're coming out. There's so much emphasis by Tennessee on stopping Oscar Tshiebwe right now. If you guys don't take open shots, you're coming out because you're going to have the opportunity to shoot the ball.
It's amazing that Tshiebwe has been as productive as he has because Tennessee just continues to shrink the court. And Marty's point about what Coach Cal said, there's going to be some contact on your drives in this game. There might be a little bit of bump or a little bit more than a bump, but you have to play through it. Young guards have to grow up right now in Tampa. Well, Tshiebwe, good free throw shooter, missed both there, so another opportunity goes away. That high flat butt screen again, right? Washington with a steal. He's got Brooks and Tshiebwe behind him. He challenges and goes up and under on Huntley Hatfield. It's 11. They need a few more of those stops, and this place will go bananas. Zakai Ziegler into the game. Chandler takes a seat. This is normally where Tennessee gets the ball to the third side of the floor. That's the second side. There's a third side. They will make you work when they start feeling game pressure. Washington beaten by James here with 8. Pull up, and he got it to go. That's a clutch shot by Josiah Jordan-James. He's got 10 now. What a tremendous job by James to get that defender on his backside and keep him there. Freed himself up for a shot. They lob it inside to Tshiebwe, and that's out of bounds off of Tennessee. That was the same message that Cal gave to Ty last night about bumps, meaning make sure your drives go straight to the basket. Don't be knocked off the line that you want to take. Keon Brooks quickly doubled by Ziegler. Mintz, Washington, high archer from the corner. Tshiebwe offensive rebound. Wheeler will launch.
That's too strong. Gets his own rebound. Mintz will fire. That's no good. And it'll stay with Kentucky. Looked like it may have gotten off the hands of Wheeler, but instead Kentucky, and really good offensive rebounding that time for Kentucky to keep it alive.
And a perfect opportunity for Kentucky to knock down their first three off of an offensive rebound. And missed 2 of them. Kentucky's number now grows to 0-11 from distance in this game. Watch Josiah Jordan-James here, Ravi. This is called a dribble hold. He's going to dribble the ball and hold his defender off right there into the jump shot. Really well done.
Plavsic back in. Wheeler penetration, lays it up, no good, and it's tipped in by Shibwe.
He's good at tipping it into himself. He's good at tipping it into the basket as well.
James just slipped. They blow the whistle so they can clean the court. Rather than risk anybody injuring themselves by slipping on the perspiration on the floor.
Ravi, you mentioned in the open, Rick Barnes 9-7 against Kentucky as the Tennessee head coach. And those two guys are really good friends. A lot of respect. But once that ball's tossed up, Rick Barnes and John Calipari are all about business. There's fire in the gut of those two guys, just like they were when they were young. This team has re-energized and refocused. John Calipari this year, he loves his team. Rick loves his guys as well, but Cal has fallen in love with an older team this year. First time he's had one.
The transfer portal has helped everybody, but maybe nobody as much as Kentucky. And moving forward, it feels like it'll continue to do that. Too strong with James, and Shibwe's got a double-double now as he picked up his 10th rebound. They poured it into the big man, and they turned it over. Not a great angle for Keon Brooks to throw it to Shibwe.
Ravi, Plavsic got his body on Shibwe at the elbow. He did his work early in that transition defense. And Shibwe never could get an angle for the guards to pass to.
8th turnover. Calipari's going back to Toppin as he goes to the scorer's table, hoping for a little bit of that magic from last night. James baseline spins to his weak side. And now with 5, he's trapped down there. Ziegler the cut, and he lays it up and in. Boy, the guards for Tennessee are quick.
Yeah, if you just run around the perimeter when your guy's hung up, you're in trouble. Someone has to make a basket cut. Well done by Double Z.
Davion Mintz way too strong with a shot inside the paint. Talk about a guy who they love. Zakai Ziegler is it. He throws that up. There's going to be a foul. I think you've made that great point, though, about the identification of Tennessee with all the veterans. Zakai Ziegler may very well be, it may be his team.
Yeah, I think it is his team. Tennessee hard cuts you as well as anybody in the college game. And Ziegler's such a smart kid, man. You can't run around the three-point line with your hands up when your teammate is hung up and Ziegler makes a basket-scoring cut. So unusual for a young kid that got to Tennessee's campus one day before the cutoff for the fall semester to begin, to become the voice, the leader, the heart, the soul of this Tennessee program. But he is it. He is a Grant Williams in a 5'9" body.
5'9", 160, Marty.
This story on Zakai Ziegler is a beautiful story. On February 26th, a fire destroyed the residence of his family in Queens, New York. His mom is raising a special needs 4-year-old nephew, lost everything. And Vol Nation, as well as fan bases from other SEC schools, raised $362,000 to help that family. I asked Zakai about it this morning during shoot-around. He said, words cannot begin to describe what this means to us. It was so emotional for my family. I'm so thankful and so blessed that Vol Nation had my back like that. He said every time he discusses it with his mom, she cries. He said, I knew people had my back. I knew that they loved me, but I had no idea that it would be like this. Right now, the plan is for Zakai's mother to find a full-time residence in Knoxville, Tennessee. What a beautiful story. And what a beautiful blessing.
Well done, Marty. Turning tragedy into blessing is exactly what happened in that situation. The entire SEC family rallied to help that, which speaks volumes about this league and what it means to the people in this part of the country.
It's a good, healthy rivalry, and it's also a good, healthy amount of respect.
He's gotten him a couple of times now.
Yeah, and he keeps trying to get at him, and Ziegler is finally going to lose it to Wheeler, who's going to go up and shoot free throws. And they're enjoying that effort. Certainly Calipari from Xavier Wheeler.
And as soon as you play with that ball and get careless with it, Wheeler's going to turn up the heat. And Ziegler with a pass fake, and then he stumbles getting that ball between his legs. You can't dance with it when Wheeler's in front of you. And Wheeler is so good trying to change this game right now as a one-man press.
80% free throw shooter is Xavier Wheeler. First one is good.
Xavier is the oldest Ravi of 6 siblings. He was taught as a young age to trust his voice and use his voice. When he was 10, 11 years old, he was flying around the country on planes by himself to AAU events. He's always been in a leadership role. He said, I don't walk into a room to read the temperature. I walk into a room to set the temperature. And he's trying to turn the heat up right now in Tampa.
10-point lead. And Big Blue Nation is here on his feet as Kai Ziegler hands it off to Vescovi.
He's got to get the ball to the third side of the floor.
Chandler lost it. Washington's got Shibwe sprinting with him. The challenge, and it's down to 8. And Rick Barnes calls timeout. Pressure defense by Kentucky.
Kentucky's a top 25, top 30 defense right now. Long arms, can take away drive gaps, can get a lot of deflections. The Kentucky run game's got to get him back in this game. Xavier Wheeler started off with ball pressure by himself, but now the turnover and the beautiful move by Ty Washington keeps it high when he splits the defenders. Big Blue Nation says, we're not done yet.
Yep, that's very correct. Kentucky is not going away at all. Quite honestly, yeah, I wasn't that confident about this game going down to the wire, but now I do believe Kentucky's kind of finding their footing now. It's kind of ironic though what's going on with Xavier Wheeler though. 4 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 for 7 from the field. Come on, Xavier. That's their glue. That's, to me, Xavier is very important to them winning basketball games, you know. Kentucky is one of those teams that, you know, they can go on a run pretty quickly. They have the firepower for that. They definitely have probably a little bit better personnel than Tennessee, and that's why maybe this game hasn't gone crazy, just for the simple fact that they got hoopers on this team, you know. Ty Washington, 12 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 5 for 13 from the field, 0 for 4 from 3. My goodness. 2 steals, though, but he also has those 2 turnovers. Oscar Tshiebwe, he's definitely going to get that double-double. He's a double-double machine. 12 points, 9 rebounds, 5 for 10 from the field. He's 2 for 5 from the free throw line. Yikes. He's got 3 fouls, though, so he's got to watch those fouls, man. He got a whole 8 minutes. You got to watch those fouls, man. He's got 2 blocks, though. Yes, Xavier Wheeler and Mintz, those are the 2 guys, man, that, you know, you need them. Mintz is he averages 9 points a game. He's 0 for 5 right now. He averages 9 points a game, and he's 0 for 5. So hopefully he can pull what Jordan Bohannon did in the last 4 or 5 minutes, just go crazy. I don't know if you guys are aware, Jordan Bohannon going in like the last 5 minutes, he only had 3 points. And in a matter of pretty much a minute or 2, he ended the game with 14. You know, so if Mintz and Xavier can pull something like that off, then Kentucky might take this game. Also, we got Keon Brooks Jr., 12 points, 3 rebounds, 4 for 5. He's hooping. He's trying to win. You know, he's trying to win. We take a look at Tennessee. Kennedy Chandler, once again, he hasn't really scored much since the beginning of the second half. 11 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 5 for 9 from the field. Brandon Huntley Hatfield, 8 points, 6 rebounds, and an assist. We got Santiago Vescovi, 8 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. Zakai Ziegler, 3 points and a rebound. Fulkerson, 2 points, 2 rebounds. Josiah James, 10 points, 3 rebounds. And the big guy, Plastic, 6 points, 8 rebounds. Quite honestly, I do believe that Tennessee is just having a better all-around game for the whole team. And like I said earlier in the beginning of the stream, the team with the most assists and rebounds usually takes the game away. So Kentucky has 4 less assists than Tennessee. I'm not surprised they're down, but they do have 3 more rebounds, which is really just having Oscar Tshiebwe on your team. You have Oscar Tshiebwe on your team, you damn near better lead the game in rebounds. But assist-wise, Tennessee has 4 more assists than Kentucky. They're down by 7. They're down by 8. Sorry, can't count. They're down by 8. Well, down by 10. But still, I just feel like that's really the most important thing. If you guys can like the stream, don't forget to comment and talk in the chat as well. Also subscribe. Appreciate everybody for tuning in, and let's enjoy this game, man.
There's a steal and a dunk.
Possible game-changing 20 seconds right there by Kennedy Chandler, all by himself.
Back to 12. Kennedy Chandler's got 15. Wheeler, no good. Tshiebwe can't hold on to it. Tennessee basketball.
You think you're fast until you play against someone that's fast, and Kennedy Chandler, with that long 7-foot wingspan for a 6'2" guard, has a high steal percentage rate when he's on the floor. You close out the games with 3 point guards on the floor like Rick Barnes has right now.
Quite a luxury.
It certainly is.
Chandler, one of the most highly sought-after point guards in the country, coming out. Hatfield way too strong. Tshiebwe rips it away. Big 4-point swing there thanks to Kennedy Chandler. Wheeler running out of room. It's a wide open 3 for Brooks. Got it.
Well done. That's a play call by Calipari. He got the ball screen set in transition quickly, knowing all along it was going to end up in a ball reversal off the hammer pass. Brooks trails the play and knocks it down.
Only his 7th 3 of the year, and a quick shot by Kennedy Chandler.
Why? Rick Barnes says, why?
Tshiebwe got good position. They dump it down to him, and a foul there. Tshiebwe got good position behind Huntley Hatfield, and Washington put his head up and saw him.
That last shot by Chandler was a me shot instead of a we shot. Rick Barnes right on top of it. That was a we shot right there by Kentucky. So well designed. Knowing all along that Brooks was going to trail the play off that first ball screen action of Wheeler going downhill.
The 9th foul against Kentucky. A double bonus for a long time for Kentucky. They can certainly make up some ground on the free throw line. And Tshiebwe knocks in another one. He's got 13. Brooks has 15. Oscar 13 points, 11 rebounds. Remember, he's been playing with 3 fouls. That's off. He knew it right away and tried to get in there to get it, but Santiago Vescovi on the defensive end with a rebound.
Kentucky would love to get a live ball turnover. Running in transition and get the energy back in the building. Ball security for Tennessee at a high premium right now in this possession. Kentucky overplaying everything.
Yep, Tshiebwe way out top, guarding Fulkerson. There's 8 on the shot clock. It's worked so far. Chandler with his penetration and that floater, and that time Mintz just ate the basketball. Took it right away from him. A 3 would be huge for them, and Mintz penetrates. Here it comes. No good from Washington. Offensive rebound, Davion Mintz.
And a ball screen or ghost screen it. Ghost screen by Brooks trying to send Wheeler downhill.
Wheeler, somehow he got that up and over the iron.
It wasn't a screen by Brooks. It's that smoke screen, ghost screen that throws Wheeler's defender just for a second.
14 offensive rebounds in the game for Kentucky. 14-5.
Tennessee wants floppy action. 2 guards popping out to either side.
6-0 run for Kentucky. 10 seconds on the shot clock. What backdoor move. Chandler laid it up and in. Vescovy and Chandler, beautiful.
Just a ferocious cut by Kennedy Chandler out of that corner. And what a find by Vescovy under all kinds of pressure. Finds the pocket.
Chandler has 17 now to lead the way. Brooks made one, not there, and that's going to stay with Kentucky. Deion Brooks' last three was the first three they've made all afternoon. They're 1 of 14.
Watch Wheeler get downhill off that smoke screen, ghost screen action. And Wheeler going to his right. He prefers his left, but he gets it to drop. Short clock.
3 seconds. Mintz fires away. No good. And how about Zakai Ziegler ending up with the rebound?
He's 5'9", but his Valentine is 5 times his size. Smallest guy on the floor with a huge rebound in traffic. Kentucky takes that corner away.
It's going to be a kick on Ty Washington.
Kentucky was so good taking that hammer action away against Vanderbilt the other night. It has carried over to this game, forcing Tennessee rather to keep their drive alive as opposed to finding that corner pass.
Calipari just yelled out at Davion Mintz in the restroom, fight. We got 4 minutes, fight. They're going to get Wheeler with a reach. He and Ziegler having a pretty intense one-on-one battle. All right, 57-49. We're at the 4-minute mark of the second half. The winner will get A&M in the championship. And it's written all over their faces. What is on the line? The SEC tournament championship game. Kennedy Chandler, 17 points, leading the way for the Vols.
Oh my goodness. It's slipping away from Kentucky, man. Four minutes left. Tennessee is up 57-49. Kennedy Chandler is having an amazing game. 17 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 8 for 14 from the field. He's got 3 turnovers though. So he's really got to watch that. Josiah James, 10 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. He's 2 for 4 from the 3-point line. Santiago Vescovy, 8 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 for 7 from the 3-point line. Yeah, it's pretty much Kennedy Chandler's been giving them the work this second half. He just a couple minutes ago he had 11 points. He got a quick 6. Come over to Kentucky, they're fighting, but it's just not enough. You know, Keon Brooks, 15 points, 4 rebounds. He's 5 for 7 from the field. He's having a great night, but he also has 3 turnovers. And definitely turnovers matter in a game like this, man. You're down 8. You got to protect that basketball. Oscar Tshiebwe, 13 points, 10 rebounds. Another double-double for the big guy. He's 5 for 10, 3 for 7 from the free throw line, though. You know, it's just those points matter, man. Imagine he makes 2 more of those. It's a 6-point game, you know. But hey, you can't give him. Hey, he's a Shaq. He's a Shaq of the NCAA. 2 blocks as well for the big guy. Ty Washington is kind of finding his groove, almost the best he can. I was gonna say he's trying, but he's really just the best he can. 12 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists for Ty. 5 for 14 from the field though, so he's not shooting that well. He's 0 for 5 from the 3-point line. Yikes. 2 turnovers, but he also has 2 steals. It's really, to me, it's Severe Wheeler and Davion Mintz, man. Those are the 2 guys that got to step it up for Kentucky to steal this game away. Severe Wheeler has 6 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, but he's 2 for 9 from the field. You know, it's just not good enough. He's got to steal, he's got to block. You know, Severe is that glue guy. He's that glue guy for this team. He needs to step it up on the offensive side, start knocking down some big baskets. Same thing with Davion Mintz. He's giving Kentucky 9 points a game. I say this over and over again, but I'm only saying that because he's 0 for 6 right now, so I don't know what's going on, you know. Kellen Grady also, he's 1 for 7 from the field, 0 for 4 from the 3-point line. I mean, come on, you know. This is a big game, man. This is the game for the championship. You guys gotta buckle up. It's looking like Tennessee, like I said earlier, Tennessee just wants it more. You know, Tennessee just wants it more. I really did think that Vanderbilt game kind of helped Kentucky, but it's looking like it did the opposite. I don't know. Vincent Bright, boo, but they're doing good. Go Big Blue. Yeah, so you're a Kentucky fan. Jacob Blackstock, go Vols. Yeah, man, I gotta be honest, go Vols, man. They're hooping their hearts out right now. Shout out to Kennedy Chandler and Josiah James for doing their jobs. Oscar Tshiebwe needs to go off, both on offense and defense this last 4 minutes. Same thing with Severe Wheeler, Ty Washington, Mintz. They just got to knock down some baskets, man. We go over to the assist category. Where the hell are the assists? The heck? What the heck? Okay. Could have sworn the assist thing was here though, right? Is it not? Force reload. Is it not there? It has to be.
Now has 3 points, and Rick Barnes trying to win his 10th game against John Calipari and the Wildcats against just 7 losses, and that would set up a date with Buzz Williams
to the
and
assists.
A&M.
Tennessee has 10 assists. Kentucky has 6. I'm telling you, man, it matters.
It's Washington.
Anyways, don't forget to like the stream if possible. Comment down in the chat. Subscribe to the channel if possible. Thank you guys for tuning in, and let's enjoy this game, man.
On Oscar Tshiebwe. And John Calipari is right in the face of Doug Shouse, kind of applauding it.
Doug's trying to walk away from it.
Oscar Tshiebwe out of the game.
Frustrating game for Oscar Tshiebwe. Tennessee started off the game with a 7-foot sandwich on him. This time Fulkerson trying to spin around as a post defender. And Tshiebwe right there with the shove off is how it's viewed by the officials. And 34 in blue will set with the remaining 3:37 to go.
Do you agree with that call or no?
I thought Fulkerson was trying to circle the post, because Fulkerson's not going to get into a push and shove match. So he's trying to circle the post, and Tshiebwe gets called with the extension. You dislodge people around that post area, that's got to be an automatic call. Is there contact before? It looks like Fulkerson's trying to fight around. I think that's the right call.
Coach Calipari is not pleased with official Doug Shouse on that call, or the way that he feels Tshiebwe's been officiated today. Tennessee's done an unbelievable job against him. Tshiebwe does have a double-double, but relative to Oscar Tshiebwe performances, Tennessee's taking him out of his game.
Still time left. Kentucky's got to clamp down defensively and get hot on this end of the floor. The remaining 3.
Zakai Ziegler baseline 3. That's good.
That was a gut shot is what that was from Ziegler.
Deion Brooks fires it up. That's good. Deion Brooks has done his best to keep him there. He's got 17. 10-point game, under 3 to play. Wheeler to the floor. Remember, this is a freshman, Zakai Ziegler, playing with the composure of an upperclassman. Chandler. Up, not in. The Ball Nation is starting to feel like they are set for a date tomorrow in the championship game.
Zakai Ziegler again just sprints to that deep corner. Tennessee time and time again, man, they have ran themselves into some really good looks instead of standing and watching and guarding themselves. Ziegler again, a kid that just wants the ball in clutch situations. Everything he does is with heart, toughness, and guts.
Have a lot of big bodies, does Tennessee. Do you think that they are, like Rick Barnes, a Final Four contender or a national championship contender?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. You knock off a team like Arizona, you've handled the best in this SEC. They are built to go the distance. Those 3 guards are just, they're a handful. The size, you mentioned to me during the game, like the size of Tennessee at that 4 and 5 spot can just swallow clubs up.
Wheeler penetrates, and then he'll kick. Washington's three. Yes, it does go down. Timeout, says Calipari.
2 out of 16 now from the three-point line is Kentucky. And that was a must roll in for Kentucky to still have hope.
As a struggling actor, I need all the breaks that I can get. At Liberty Buchamode.
Cut.
Liberty.
Yeah, it's not looking too good for Kentucky. Their number one player, Oscar Tshiebwe, has just fouled out of the game. He fouled out with 13 points, 11 rebounds, and 2 blocks. Sheesh. Yeah, I don't know, man. I just don't think they got what it takes now, on the court at least. But like I said, this is the month of miracles. Anything is possible in the month of March. Yeah, it's tough for Calipari, though. It's very tough. Keon Brooks is having a great game, though. 17 points, 4 rebounds, 6 for 9 from the field. He's 4 for 4 from the free throw line. Ty Washington's he's stepping up. It's just, we wish he could have hit some more baskets. He's 6 for 15. He's got 15, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. Yeah, Severe Wheeler, man. Those two guys, Severe Wheeler and Mintz and Davion Mintz, they didn't play Kentucky basketball today. Severe Wheeler was going to end the game likely with around 6 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 for 9 from the field. Yikes. Mintz, 1 point, 1 rebound, 1 assist, 0 for 6 from 3. 0 for 6 from the field, 0 for 3 from the three-point line. That's just not good enough. Go over to Tennessee. Kennedy Chandler's having an amazing game. 19 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 8 for 14 from the field, 1 for 3 from the three-point line. He just came out here and just made the Kentucky guards look crazy, Josiah James, 10 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 for 8 from the field, 2 for 4 from the three-point line. Santiago Vescovi, 8 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. If you guys could like the stream, that would be much appreciated. Comment down below, subscribe to the channel. And yeah, let's enjoy this game.
And what a finish by Brooks. He took off about the SEC logo and the long reach, got his body to the left side.
Seven-point game, 2 minutes to go. And Kennedy Chandler to go to the free throw line.
This has been an adventure, Ravi. As good as this kid is in every area, 61% as a free throw shooter.
He's knocked down both of his attempts today. Not even close with that one. Washington to 1 3-point area. Brady's not here on the floor, and there's the reach, and that's going to stop the clock and get some free throws for Kentucky.
Wheeler's been really good going right today.
Yeah.
And most teams try to take that left away and force him right, and he's learned to develop that right hand with speed and trust it. A lot of time left in this game with Kentucky now on the free throw line, and a kid like Kennedy Chandler with not a lot of confidence on the charity stripe on the other end.
Wheeler, 2 free throws, can get it to a 5-point game with $1:54 to go. Mentioned Grady is not on the floor. He's got 2 points in the game. He is 1 for 7. And 0 for 4 from 3. Wheeler knocks down the free throw. He's got 7 points. And he's 3 of 3 from the stripe.
Ravi, are you at the point where if Kennedy Chandler gets the ball and you're Kentucky, you foul him?
Think about it.
The numbers say yes. He's 60% on the year and didn't look good on his last attempt.
Instead, they get it to Zakai Ziegler, who will put the brakes on, and they get run over by Keon Brooks. A veteran play by a freshman.
So crafty, is he not? He puts the decision on the defense to control and not run him over. Again, that's a dribble hold right here. Watch. Dribble hold, dribble hold. Hold that guy off. Force the contact from behind. So well done for a young guard.
10 team fouls now on each. 3rd on Brooks. Ziegler is a better free throw shooter. He's at 85%. So they may want to foul Chandler. They may not see the ball in his hands again. Free throw rattles in. Still a 3-possession game with $1:47 to go. Ziegler had 8, all of them in the second half. Oh my God, how did Xavier Wheeler get that up and in?
Absolutely spectacular. Tennessee needs to shrink their court right now instead of being spread out because Wheeler's making them pay.
Doug Schaus.
Take a look at it.
Yeah, he is. Maybe on Mintz and Santiago Vescovi were there trying to get the ball. Rick Barnes is right now talking with Chuck Jones at half court. They did a heck of a job taking away the Ziegler option with 2 Kentucky Wildcats chasing him around.
The first call was Tennessee ball. I think that's off Vescovi. You agree? I saw the 2 hands of Vescovi much more impactful on the ball than the one hand of Mintz.
Oh, for sure. And I would also go with the instinct of the guy who chases it down like Vescovi, who knows I got to try to keep that ball in.
That's going to get reversed. It should be. Yeah, Vescovi knew, or he wouldn't have tried to save it.
Exactly.
Tennessee has struggled a little bit with their press breaker over the last 3 or 4 weeks.
And that's a very easy one, and it was quickly overturned. So a 5-point game.
If any part of that ball is on that line, that thing's out of bounds. Proper call.
Washington tries to get into lane, got fouled, and he just missed the shot. Calipari is so into it on the sideline, it's crazy, as Washington came up just short.
Cal has no timeouts left. Tennessee has 2. Going back to the press breaker offense by Tennessee. The fight is at a high level from the sidelines to the floor. And you know this Kentucky pressure is coming. You can't stand to look, but you have to. This is March. That sums it up right there.
16 points for Ty Washington. Keon Brooks comes into the game. Jacob Toppin will come out. Brooks has had a terrific game offensively with 19 points. But all of a sudden, this game is as close as it's been the entire second half.
You better step into the legs of Brooks and Lance Ware if this is a miss.
3-point game. No timeouts for Kentucky. 2 for Tennessee.
I clear out and let Josiah bring it.
Here's your chance to foul Kennedy Chandler if you so chose, but 1-possession game in 90 seconds.
Yeah.
Too early to do that.
Yeah, if it was a 5 or 6 point game, absolutely. Not right now. Play it out. Sit down and guard if you're Kentucky. Rick likes Kennedy Chandler driving that ball.
He goes with 5 on the shot clock. Throws it up. No good. Rebound. Vescovi got it. Then he got fouled. Wow, what an offensive rebound by Santiago Vescovi.
That just sums up how a winning team plays. I mean, Vescovi knew that shot had no chance of going in. It was a hard guarded shot, and Vescovi just sprints into the action. And who wants it the most? I mean, Vescovi below the rebound with Brooks and Ware right in the battle, and comes up with it. What a winning, possible, tough play by Santi Vescovi.
A terrific free throw shooter, and as good as there is in the country in the last 2 minutes of every game.
Maybe Tennessee's got to get their defense set. They can't be stretched out right now and allow Wheeler to get a full head of steam. Get that defense set and force Kentucky to use clock.
Calipari's brought Davion Mintz to the bench and Kellen Grady back into the game. And again, Kentucky can't stop the clock without a foul. There's no timeouts left. A miss and a rebound by Ware. Grady hasn't made one today. Brooks has, and he'll fire. Too strong. Good rebound in traffic by who? Santiago Vescovi. And they call it Vescovi. Wheeler drew it. And I think they may look to see if there was an elbow perhaps involved with this, but Vescovi.
Yeah, or a cylinder play.
Yeah.
Was Kentucky in the cylinder of Santi Vescovi? You cannot fight any harder than 25 in white. And Santi Vescovi just trying to pivot right now. Was Sahvir Wheeler in the cylinder or not? If not, it's going to be a charge. An offensive foul on Tennessee and Kentucky's ball. They're going to stick with a foul on white Tennessee. It's going to be Kentucky's ball underneath. Didn't see any flagrant. Didn't agree that it was in the cylinder. Big Blue Nation still has life with 37 to go. Grady hasn't made one, but he's always an option, right?
0 for 4 from 3. He gets the ball and fires away. Short again. Rebound, Ziegler. How about get Ware with a foul? How about Vescovi and Zakai Ziegler coming up with the rebounds down the stretch?
That speaks to the DNA that Grant Williams and Admiral Schofield established a few years ago for Tennessee. It's not about me, but it is about me when the game's on the line. You want to get involved in the fight, you want to watch him stand. And Vescovi first, and now Zakai Ziegler at 5'9". Wow. That is toughness in a picture.
Tennessee's free throws the last 2 minutes, now 3 of 6. The Wildcats are running out of time, down 5. Since about 6:55 of the second half, Kentucky has scored 19. They've cut 7 off of this Tennessee lead. But Zakai Ziegler's free throw shooting's been clutch. He's 5 of 6.
Tennessee needs to sprint and get their defense set because Wheeler's coming, man, with a full head of steam.
Here he comes, then he looks for his three-point options. Washington, no good. Ware will also try to kick it out to Wheeler. That's too strong, and we're down to 15. They get it in the hands of Ziegler, and that likely will do it for the Volunteers. Rick Barnes on the sideline starts to celebrate with his staff, and Chandler and the rest of them. He is enamored with the effort, attitude, actions of this team. He's got veterans in Fulkerson and Vescovi, Josiah Jordan-James. A great combination with some of these guards who control the pace of play.
Well, the celebration will become real with one made free throw. It's still a 2-possession game. Crazier things have happened. Now that's the closer right there.
Remember, Oscar Tshiebwe fouled out of this game. He ended up playing 25 of the 40 minutes.
They are Final Four good is Tennessee. Rick Barnes told his guys that a few weeks ago, how they've beaten back-to-back top 5 teams. And Rocky Top is rolling at the right time.
It's set for tomorrow as the two coaches who have a great deal of respect and are friends embrace. Tennessee will take on Texas A&M for the SEC Tournament Championship. And Rick Barnes improves to 10-7 against Coach Cal and the Wildcats.
Having Kentucky today 2 out of 20 from the three-point line.
Absolutely.
Your fatal flaw in the regular season is always your fatal flaw in postseason. Kentucky has got to find the 3-ball as they head to the NCAA tournament.
Coach, that was a fist fight.
Yep.
Why did you guys win it?
Well, I don't know. Again, you're right. We knew it was going to be a hard-fought game from start to finish, even when you thought you might have control. They're too well-coached, too good a team to come back. But I'm really proud of our guys. I thought that they did stay focused. We got a little sloppy there, but they had a lot to do with it. But a really nice win for us.
Back in January, you guys lost to that Kentucky team in Rupp. They blew you out. Your players have told me that was a lie. That was a line for this team. What was the line?
Well, what we talked about within was, one, we got to be who we are, who we practice, what we do every day. And I thought it was a big game, especially for Kennedy Chandler, because he was trying to make too many high school plays, and he finally started to realize what he had to do to be a player at this level. But it's our leadership from our older guys. They've been tremendous, but really, I'm just happy for them, and a great win for us.
Thank you for your time. Have fun tomorrow. Ravi?
All right, thank you very much, Marty. Congratulations, Rick Barnes and Tennessee. They were the better team all day, and A&M's been the better team than anybody they've played. That'll be our final tomorrow, Jimmy.
Well, the effort will be a non-negotiable tomorrow. It will be a fight. It will be hardly contested. I think A&M's in. They can clinch it tomorrow. Rocky.
That was rough for Kentucky fans, I'm not going to lie. And I'll be honest, I do like Kentucky. I am a Kentucky fan. That was rough. Right off the bat, I mean, Kennedy Chandler had an amazing game. 19 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. Santiago Vescovi pretty much showed why guys like him are just as important as the stars. You know, he's not a star, but he goes out there and he does his job. And that's really what's important with basketball, going out there and doing your job. And he did that today. Big-time offensive rebounds, big-time defense. Shout out to Santiago for doing his job as well. Also Ziegler as well, another big-time player today for Tennessee. And, I mean, if we go over to Kentucky, I mean, my gosh. Keon Brooks had an amazing game, 19 points, 5 rebounds, 7 for 11 from the field. He did his job today. Ty Washington did not, though. Scoring-wise, yeah, he did his job, 17 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. But he also was 6 for 16, 1 for 7 from the three-point line, guys. 1 for 7. That's ridiculous, you know. He had 3 steals, though. In actuality, Ty had a great game. He just, yeah? Okay. In actuality, Ty had a good game. He just didn't shoot the 3 well. Oscar Tshiebwe, 13 points, 11 rebounds. It was just rough for him. 3 for 7 from the free throw line. I mean, gosh, he hits those 4 free throws. This is a different ball game. But what can we expect from Baby Shaq? 13 points, 11 rebounds, 2 blocks. Severe Wheeler, 10 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. 3 for 11 from the field. Oh, no. Wheeler. Besides that, appreciate everybody for tuning in to the stream. Don't forget to like it. And we'll be back tomorrow for the SEC Championship. Thanks, and I'm out.